up until. So I'm just about to head to the gym, and I thought I'd quickly record this and give you a detail about my mindset as to how I've managed to be consistent in certain things. So for the gym, I try to rely on the energy of the group. I'm not really thinking about, oh, I'm going to go and kill it today. I'm going to do this awesome workout. I'm going to be amazing in it. I just go with the intention of, okay, I just need to show up. I need to put on my workout clothes and just show up at the gym. Now, it could be different for different people. For you, you might have to start at, okay, I need to take off my work clothes or whatever it is and put on my gym clothes. At least start there. And you can forgive yourself if you were to not go to the gym, but at least you succeeded in putting on your work clothes or putting on your gym clothes. So, what I'm trying to say is that take the pressure off. That's how you can manage to perform well. Um, this is a mindset you could experiment with. Of course, at different points in time, you might have different energies which are your drivers. Uh, but if you've burnt through the, oh, I'm going to do this, I am determined to do this, if you've burned through that and you found that it's causing you more stress than the actual benefits and enjoyment of doing something, you could try to play around with this idea. So, what I do is, okay, now I know the first most difficult step is to decide to go there. And luckily for me, I have a gym app which you need to book in advance, and a lot of the times things get full, the slots get full. So what I did today was, okay, in a fleeting thought where I was thinking about, yeah, like I haven't worked out for the past 3 days, 2 or 3 days, quickly open it. If I can manage to capture my energies for 20 seconds, I just go ahead and book it. And now, once I book the class and I don't show up for it, I stand to lose that money as well. And so it's good to have some kind of a cost factor as well, because it further ties in your commitment. And again, it's okay if you would lose some money at some points in time. If you don't end up going. That's happened to me very rarely, of course, but it's still okay if it does happen, because I think it taps into a little more uh, primal or subconscious need for not wasting, if that's a driver for you. Again, now depends on what your drivers are, but I imagine the not wasting money at least is uh, it's quite a strong drive for most of us. So yeah, I quickly book the class, and then I know, okay, one part of me is committed to it. The other is, now once I get back home, you might, I mean, I've noticed myself that there are sometimes this tendency to for laziness to creep in, or just a little bit of some negative thoughts about, oh, I don't feel like going there, like, oh, it's raining or something like that. um, and for this, the antidote is the next smallest step, which is to show up at the gym. And for me, that's all I'm worried about. I'm not worried about doing a good workout, none of that. I just need to show up at the gym. Um, and even if I was to just go there and come back, I would call that a success for myself. So basically, I'm making it as easy to take the next step as possible, and fully being forgiving and understanding to myself if I was to not follow through with a certain action. So, okay, now I've ended up at the gym. In the gym, I'm just focusing on one exercise at a time. I'm just going in there, again, no pressure. I'm just trying to feel it, just get lost in it. Um, and in the process of getting lost, I'm just trying to do what I can. I'm just trying to reach that point where things feel a bit stressed and still keep pushing through. So it's not about doing better than anybody there. I'm just looking at touching that feeling of this is uncomfortable. And that's a successful gym session for me. Now, what ends up happening is that most of the times I go there and go in with this mindset, and I end up doing a pretty good job of it. And it's because there's no pressure at all. Most people would go there and the competitive drive is their main driving force, and that is a good driving force if you're still on that fuel, but the source of fuel changes, and I would urge you to discover if it has changed and if you were to explore these other ways of doing things. There's always a subtler way to do it. And this is, if you notice, a bit more subtle. It's not too out there, it's not too forceful. And so, yeah, that's how it is. So, even when I say this, I might suggest that, oh, I'm always going killing the workout, which I do. See, now when I say that, there's one part of me which is like, oh, now I need to live up to this expectation, but I have no such issues. If I go there and bomb today, I'll be perfectly fine. And if I can discount the impact of statements which might make me want to defend that particular statement of like me being good, if I can discount it with some psychology like this, which is that let it go, it's okay, it's fine, I don't have to prove anything to anybody, that becomes a very nice, energetic system to work with. So you could try this out. This could also spill out into other aspects. If you're trying to start a new habit, if you're trying to, let's say, build a consistency of taking cold showers, if you are trying to meditate more often, if you're trying to do any of these things, stay tuned on Up Until next time.